Welcome to the Michele Roys Show.
Hello and welcome to another Michele Roys Show. I'm so grateful for you to be here. This is our last episode for the year of 2025. So my friends, whatever you're doing right now, take a little time to pause. It's your moment and we can share a little bit of light together. Thank you. So, 31st of December 2025. The year is officially almost over. Actually, it's over. Depending when you're listening to this, if it's on New Year's Eve or afterwards. Wow, what a year has been. I actually really appreciate the time to take and to ponder and reflect on the year and to see all the goodness of God. I don't know if it's something that you like to do as well, but for me, it means a lot to take the time to stop and to just see how wonderful life can be when we look at the good things. Because we do have lots of ups and downs, and we do have to take time to acknowledge the challenges and difficulties that we might be facing, but also to see the amazing, wonderful strength, resilience, and grit that we have to keep going. Because that, my friend, is so important. You are here. You made it through another year. Well done. Well done, us. And we have a year ahead of us. I really enjoy this time in the end of the year just to really pause and to reflect and see the different things that I can let go of so I can come into the new year lighter. And sometimes with letting go, it's not only physical things. Like I did go through my closet and got rid of a lot of stuff. I tend to accumulate things really quickly, even though I keep giving it away. I just keep getting it. It's nice. It's a nice thing to say. But making space for the new, making space for things that suit me and that's going to take me to this next season of my life. Not quite sure what's all going to entail because my plans are very different than God's plan. And I have to just sometimes stop and remind myself that I'm His child. He's the one taking care of me. And as I continue going forward and stepping with faith, trusting, He will make the path clean. One step at a time. Sometimes I have to go through some boulders and some hardships and challenges, and I'm sure you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But we're going to get through it. What are different things that you like to do in the end of the year? Do you make some time to reflect on the year, to look at where you've been, and perhaps setting goals or intentions for the new year? I think it's such an important exercise to do because otherwise the days just keep going and it's one thing after the other and another year. Oops. And as time goes on, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I feel that time going by very fast. So when I stop and think about the goodness, the beautiful memories I was able to create, the amazing people I met along the way, it really does warm my heart and it fills my soul and it makes me remember of how much opportunities I have each day to look at the goodness, to look at the positive, and to know that I've not just gone by emotions, I actually done something. So my year this year has been quite an interesting year. If you've been following me on the podcast, you know my ups and downs, but I have so much to be grateful for. And I wanted to share with you as well. I got to launch my book, a 4-year process from beginning to end. And this was 2025 in March, I was able to launch it. I had over 120 people, and it was such a beautiful moment for me just to be able to acknowledge the fact that through all the struggles, through the pain and the hardship that I felt, being able to share my story, and now hearing the beautiful comments that I get on DMs or my book reviews, it's just so amazing. Feel real people feeling touched and feel like their journey is similar to mine in one way and feeling less alone. And that's exactly what I wanted to share with my book. So this year for me was instrumental in that every single year I put a little step towards it. I didn't think I was going to finish the book because it was taking so long. I like everything to be done now. But that is the process. And that process for me was learning more about myself, learning to go slow, learning to allow time to heal, allow time to speak to me, to befriend time. And see, my book was just exactly that. All the back and forth with the editor and developmental coach, it's not a simple thing, but I was able to celebrate its completion this year. And I'm so grateful for that. I met so many wonderful people along the way. And as I open up my life and my story to others through my podcast celebrating it 1 year, being able to do advocacy work for trigeminal neuralgia, sharing the light a little bit and letting others know that they're not alone, that there's others out there as well experiencing similar challenges, and that we are stronger together. Because as we shine a light on the trials and tribulations that we're going through, and also how we're going through, with grace, with grit, with love, with joy, with dependence in God, we also help others. We give them permission to continue going, to know that they're not alone in this journey. So it's with you, my friend. This year I was so fortunate to be able to go to the United States, to San Francisco and to Stanford bookstore and do my signing and a talk there. The wonderful people that I got to meet, fellow warriors, and from the ripple effect from that. With Facial Pain Association, I'm going to have them on my podcast as well, and I hope to share a lot more and bring a little bit of light into the darkness that it is trigeminal neuralgia, so that others are aware of it. And we can be kind to people because we don't know what others are going through. That's the reality of it. Invisible illness is invisible. And we might look just fine, but we're struggling too. Yet, when we share our story, we find connection. We find a way of relating to someone else and saying, hey, I got you. I know what you're going through, and you're not alone. God has been for me my source, my strength, my foundation, and it could be for you too. But you have to let go, trust, and really give it to Him, so He can use the brokenness and all of your story for good, so it can help others. This year, I'm so grateful for the travels that I was able to do, the different people I was able to meet. And for me, I really, really treasure being with my family, my young boys. Well, they're not so young anymore, but my young men, as they are right now. And spending time with them. We were in Tunisia just there for Christmas. And it was such a memorable time. Just experiencing a different culture, different people, different language, different food. So now I'm at 5 continents. I have to get my 7 continents in. But that is such a milestone as well, because those of us who live with chronic pain, you know how hard it is to travel. But I don't want my pain to cause me to stop enjoying life. I have to work with it and around it. And I put lots of steps in places to make sure I'm able to do the things that I love. Adapting it, but I'm still able to travel. I'm still able to make new memories with my family. And you know, on Christmas Day, we said, well, we're going to have to get in the water for Christmas Day because that's something different that we can do. Not in Ireland, but in Tunisia. And it actually was a pretty cold day. Well, we all got into the water. We ran into the sea, you know, as the sun was setting. So it was really futuristic. And then afterwards, all frozen up, we went inside to the indoor pool at the hotel. And it was like a 30 degrees pool. So it was just like defrosting in the water. That is so amazing because those are memories. Memories that are going to be with me and with my boys. And those are memories that if we stop and look back at them, we see how much we were able to do. And the gratitude that envelops in my heart and my life of knowing that those are things that I'm going to cherish. So this time of the year is perfect to stop, to take notice, to see where you've been. What are the places that you visit? In the end of the year, we always like to get our pictures up in the TV. You connect our Google Photos, if you have Apple Photos, whatever it is. I highly suggest you do that because we might forget the things that we've done. You know, what happened in January last year or this year or February, March, it can become just a nothing. But actually, you'll be surprised. The different places that you've been, the people that you met, food that you got to share with someone else, the thoughts or comments or beautiful message that you receive. All of those things are worthy to be paused, remembering it, and then move forward. But with the joy that it comes from taking that time, building that up again, and saying, wow, look at that. I made it. I chose joy this year. And you, my friend, I'm sure you did too. I highly encourage you to take some time to just stop and ponder on your year. What were your ups and what were your downs? Acknowledge your downs. Yeah, it was hard to be in the hospital this year. Yes, it was hard to look for different consultants. That was difficult. However, I still managed to publish my book this year. I managed to go not only to do public speaking and sharing my message, advocating for those who are also struggling, continue to share my message in the podcast every single week. It's huge for me. So if we take the time to stop, we're able to see how much we actually have done. And even if you don't have to have a book to have said, wow, it's an amazing accomplishment. Hey, you're here. That's amazing. You're choosing to live today. You're choosing to do something good for others. And that is awesome. Happy, happy, happy. Let it sink into you. Feel that joy, feel that happiness. Because the small decisions that we make each day to look at the good, to look at what's around us, to look at how we can be a blessing to others, is what propels us forward. It propels me forward. So as we just take the time now, New Year's Eve, to let go of this year and to move on with an intention for next year. My intention, I'm not necessarily going to set tons of goals because I can tend to go into like a list of amazing amount of things that I want to do, and then of course fizzles out. As Chris Carr used to say about firecrackers, phew, we start very well, then woo. But I can lead with intention. And my intention this year is to do the best I can with what I have. Listening to my body, because that's one of the most important lessons that I've learned in this journey. To take it slow, to listen within, and follow that guidance. Trusting that my intuition is a present and a gift from God. And that's my connection with Him. So I'm looking forward to this new year, 2026, and all that it has as I take one step, trusting God for all the rest. Because I can't do it without Him. But I want more of this, more connection, more love, more joy, more time with my family. Doing the things that actually matters to me. Dancing, building on that. I really want more energy this year. So I have to work on it slowly. And that's okay. You don't build, Rome wasn't built in a day. But it stacks up. All these small decisions that we make stacks up. So I'm really looking forward to this year. All that God has for me. And all He has for you, my friend. I would love to hear from you. What are some of the things that you're letting go this year? What are some of the things that you're holding on for next year? Some lessons that you can take with you. What is something that you want more? Pause, reflect. Use this time so that you can create your new reality to make it better than before. Each step. It doesn't have to be a huge, crazy goal, but just the intention to be present, to be here, to be happy and joyful in all the moments. May God bless and keep you. Happy New Year, my friend. And I look forward to hearing from you. Do send me a text or a DM. You can find me at micheleroys.com. If you haven't read my book, but you look just fine, it's a great read. Do pass it on to somebody else who's struggling, and let's make this world a better place, one step at a time, one heart at a time, and connecting with each other. God bless and keep you. Until next week, bye for now.
This was the Michele Roys Show.